Did you know that in 1904, Jamaica was home to the largest pipe in the world? Yes, the Bog Walk Tube, as it was called, carried water from the Rio Cobra River to the then Bog Walk Power Station. Interesting, isn't it? Welcome to Jamaica Magazine. I'm Adrian Atkins, and we have an interesting show lined up just for you, so stay tuned. I'm located on the south coast between St. Andrew to the east, Clarendon to the west, St. Anne and St. Mary to the north. Who am I? If you've guessed the answer, then you have the perfect idea of where we're going today.
When you hear the names of places like Old Harbour, Spanish Town, Bog Walk, what is the one thing that they all have in common? They are in the parish of St. Catherine, and St. Catherine is my parish. It's my home, and it is also the home of Jamaica's first free black community, Sligoville, the third longest river, Rio Cobra, and some of the oldest bridges. The historic cast iron bridge is 81 feet long and 15 feet wide. It was built in 1801 and is said to be the oldest of its kind in the Western Hemisphere. Today we take a look at some of the things St. Catherine has to offer, so join us on our journey through this historic parish.
All over the beach are the best community. Fish them proper, everything that's good. Original fish we have over here, no bomb fish. We large here, extra large. We quick shot over here, you hear?
We're in the farming district of Colbeck, visiting the Colbeck Castle. Though the castle is just in ruins, the walls still stand. So let's take a journey through it. The origins of Colbeck Castle are shrouded in mystery. There is very little reference to it in the early records, but it is believed to have been built at the end of the 17th century when Jamaica was seized by the British. Colbeck Castle is among the oldest plantation houses in Jamaica.
Me pen pour us, one already, two alright.
That may not have been their exact words, but all were aboard this very station waiting to travel either east or west of the island via the Old Harbour train station. Today, this Georgian-style structure, though broken, still stands and the train still traverses its tracks, carrying Jamaica's precious commodity, bauxite. But that one shipment of bauxite moved from Old Harbour and passes through the historically shaped Spanish Town, then onto the famous Aki Commerce area of Linstead. By now you would have probably figured out where we are. We are at the Flat Bridge, and I read that the Flat Bridge is sometimes called the 16-mile walk. Why, you may ask? That's probably because in the 1700s, the 16 plantations surrounding the Bog Walk area had to send 1 in every 50 slaves to work on the river road. Before there was the highway, whenever the Rio Cobra overflowed its banks, motorists had to travel through Sligoville, the same Sligoville that was the first free black community in Jamaica.
Sligoville is a community that is made up of some smaller communities. But Sligoville is the hub. Sligoville is the base where most of the historical activities took place. We are standing on one of the 30 acres of land that were distributed as free villages. That is once a house that is supposed to be using from those days. But what happened is that during slavery, the slave master would live up on the top part, and below it, they have a little cultivation for the slave. It has all the attributes of a house being used at that time. Because they have workland, daub, and things like those. So it's one of the old-time houses.
Our journey today ends here in Riversdale, the home of the Natural Bridge.
This area, we used to play pokinas, keep party, and stuff like that. There's a cave that can lead you to about 20 miles, about 18 miles from here to a next district they call Carl.
What is Pokina?
It's like a card pack, right? But it's a book, like a bingo book, with all the cards on it, like the queen, the art, but it's a big book where you use stone and mark it, and you pick that card pack, and when you pick that card pack, the number that come up, if you have it, just like bingo.
So bingo is a newer version then of Pokina?
Yeah. Well, the Natural Bridge is a great place, as you can see. It's the 8 wonders, and it's built out of strictly stones. No addition. It is just stone, so it's natural. It's just natural. So I'd like people to explore it, see what it's all about, and they can see it for themselves.
"177 steps later, and we're finally back at the top. So guys, what you've just seen is just a little bit of St. Catherine's history. The parish has a lot more to offer. So gas up, gear up, go and go the road now.
We share a lot of sensitive information and data, and once criminals get access to this information, indeed people are at risk based on the sensitivity of the information that they share.
The JIS team visited the Mount Olivet Boys' Home back in August for their annual back-to-school visit and career day. The boys had a wonderful time learning about the different career choices and receiving their goodies. Here are the highlights.
In 2009, the Jamaica Information Service adopted the Mount Olivet Boys' Home as its main corporate responsibility, and since then, members have committed to helping these boys grow in any way they can. Earlier this year, the team once again traveled to the cool hills of Walderston, Manchester for a back-to-school visit and career day with the boys. The day began with devotion, followed by back-to-school preparation. Then it was on to career talk. First up in our line of Career Day participants, not one, but 15 barbers. They gave the boys fresh cuts for the first day of school while speaking with them about the profession. There were a slew of other outstanding experts who made their jobs come alive with interesting demonstrations. These persons represented the Boys Town Vocational Training Center, Hart College Beauty Service Trainees, National Youth Service, Jamaica Medical Doctors Association, Northeast Regional Health Authority, Lloyd J. Robinson, and Shernet Robinson and Associates.
I do criminal law, where I actually am a defense attorney. That is what it means. That if you get into trouble, you come to me and you say, Miss Robinson, this is what happened. One thing about attorneys that is very important is that nothing that they tell you as an attorney, you can't repeat it. So I will tell my staff is that don't talk in your sleep. You're not even allowed to speak in your sleep because everything is confidential, right? So that's very important. Work hard. I was a motor master at Knox. I used to get into trouble. Shernet Robinson, you chat too much. That was one of the things I heard a lot. Well, I talk for a living now. But what I want to say to you is that study. There is no getting around it more than to study. So what I want you young men to think about is, what is it that you are good at and work at it? Now for law, English helps you a lot. You must be a reader. You must do more than just listen to music. So you have to know what is going on in the world.
And what, or should I say, who is cooking over here?
All of you, if you want to eat what I have over there, you have to participate, right? So if you want to eat a cupcake, you have to decorate it first. If you want to eat some of the Alfredo shrimp pasta, you have to help cook it. We agree?
And help they did. Yes, no chef gets left behind. There was a lot of excitement with Chef Cooper's Pasta Alfredo. And videographers from our television department showed the boys how to capture audio-visual material using a camera and drone.
I'm going to show you another unique way in which we can use the drone, alright? While the drone can be taken up and fly as a helicopter and you see everything, this is another component. You realize how smooth the shot is, it's just gliding. So you hold it in hand and you go around, you get gliding shots.
After career talk, it was birthday time. The boys born May to August were celebrated. But guess what? All got gifts, thanks to committed sponsors Nestle, Sammy's, Juicy Patties, Carby's, and long-standing partner, the Why Be Afraid Foundation.
Developmental planning must precede construction. Risk analysis must inform all our actions. Codes must be adhered to. Construction must be sound. And of course, where construction is done outside of the codes, statutes and regulations, then enforcement must come into play.
So here are the facts. 7 out of 10 Jamaicans die from a non-communicable disease.
Because we love our people and we want them to live better quality lives,
we, the Ministry of Health and our partners, are launching Jamaica Moves.
Jamaica Moves is a call to action to prevent non-communicable diseases.
By educating and encouraging Jamaicans to be active,
eat healthy,
and start living 30 minutes at a time.
Because 30 minutes of physical activity each day,
along with proper nutrition, can go a long way
to prevent your risk from developing certain NCDs such as diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, and certain cancers.
And remember, it's life we're promoting. That's why you see me going hard right now.
I'm all about living.
So help us take this first step towards a healthier Jamaica so you can enjoy more moments, more memories, more life.
Young and innovative. These students are the definition of the term. Check them out.
On a daily basis, we experience frequent power outages. When we experience those frequent power outages, school is disrupted. So PCJ giving us a science competition under the theme to develop a future renewable energy storage device, the flywheel energy storage system would have been the perfect one that actually fits.
The Petroleum Corporation of Jamaica gave the Winston Jones High School an opportunity of a lifetime through its 2018 Schools Energy Program competition. The students and their teachers from the Manchester-based institution worked long and hard to accomplish their task.
We wanted to have the most suitable and the most attractive model for the competition.
So the model that we built is a very environmentally friendly storage system. It is a flywheel storage system along with a wind turbine system.
We use our old sewing machine, old printers. We take out the motor out there and we use the edge of the sewing machine, that heavy thing, to make the rotating mass.
We come up with the different series wiring to wire wires underneath the board and to staple them properly to show that not any of the wires are pulled when we bring the board to PCJ.
It did work the first time because we have motor machine up, we have fan belts rubbing out, and the board we put it that could manage it the first time, so we'd have to remake it.
And remake they did, so that eventually their flywheel energy storage system was a cut above the rest, and they were placed first in the 16 to 19H category.
The wind turbine. The blades will be made in aerodynamic forms. So the wind will turn the blade, which that energy will be called rotational energy, which will then spin the motor. When the motor is then spin, direct current is being generated. Because direct current cannot be stepped up or stepped down, you'll need to convert the current from DC to AC, which will be then converted in the powerhouse. The powerhouse consists of rectifiers, diodes, capacitors, ECT, resistor, just a few. Then it will be then passed to the motor. After it has been converted from DC to AC, it will then power this motor. This motor will start spinning the flywheel, which a belt has been attached to spin the generator also. And the generator will then spin the alternator, and the alternator will convert mechanical energy to electrical energy to power the loads.
From winning the competition, the school received $500,000 to implement its flywheel project.
We are going to seek further funding from other donor agencies. The reason for this is that I'd want Winston Jones to be the first secondary school in Jamaica that actually have a renewable storage, energy storage device system.
This is very significant for the vision of the institution. We are seeking to become a 21st century learning community that is catering to the full development of all our students. And so this will get more parents, guardians, and other stakeholders to see Winston Jones High as a school of choice.
Keep we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. Keep we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it.
No dash no paper, no dash no plastic. Dispose your garbage responsibly. No know how to recycle, learn it quick. And if you drop it, better pick up every piece of it. Plastics last forever, don't forget the bits. Cause when them touch the street, them end up in the sea. Collect pan the reef where the fish them feed. And when you want seafood, I eat your
Keep
eat.
we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. No dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica.
The HOPE program has been changing the lives of Jamaicans since its implementation. I could stand here and tell you all the success stories, but I believe you'll understand better once you've heard it from the source. Check this out.
Growing up, I didn't have no parent, nowhere to go. I was just stranded. I started to live in Crossroads because I didn't have nowhere else to go. So what I would do when I'm at Crossroads, I would stay in Mothers by day, and by night I would get a piece of cardboard and sleep at the bus stop beside of Mothers in Crossroad. I will walk and beg, or I will stay in Mothers for the whole day, begging pass-bys or so forth, till I find myself again money now. So I'd always have a phone, so I use that money that I get, buy credit, put on the phone and put on service, data, and find out about all of the ministries and so forth. And I will sit there and call the different ministries, from the Chief of Defense Staff Office to the Minister of Education, the Prime Minister's Office, all of those. So I keep on calling and keep on calling till I call the Prime Minister's office again, and a secretary, I talk to her till I tell myself, say, I can't take it no more. I start crying, I tell the lady, say, Miss, please just help me. Please, I beg you, help me. And the lady say, young man, I will guarantee you that I will help you. So don't worry yourself. She called me back like an hour after or so forth, and she said to me that I got to a person that I think will most likely help you in your situation, which his name is Mr. Martin Rickman. He is the head coordinator of the HOPE program. An hour after, Mr. Rickman called me, and he introduced himself, and I introduced myself, and I tell him my story all over again. He told me that he can help me out with something to do, a skill and a job or so I can gain some form of income, so I could buy hygiene products and clothes and so forth. So he directed me to the Art and Ripon Road, where he told me to bring all relevant documents like ID, TRN and so forth to that place on Ripon Road, and speak to the secretary and tell her that Martin Rickman, the head coordinator of the O program, sent me here. He told me that I should go to a school that's on South Camp, UWI Open campus. I went for 2 weeks. After the 2 weeks, I spent at UWI Open campus at South Camp Road. I then moved on to a government agency for work. I started off processing in the computer all documents that come in. I will be the one who lodge it in the computer and send it off to the different departments. But now I'm a customer service rep at the moment because my supervisor told me that my talent is wasted where I'm at right now. I don't do much more than lodge the documents in the system and so forth. So she gave me more hands-on training that would more fit my criteria.
I think it is a good motivator in the sense that, it gives them some purpose of living, coming, doing something, knowing that he's responsible for something that is such a vital aspect of our daily activities. He dresses well, always on time, and he takes pride in whatever, what is assigned to him. Meaning he works really hard, and whenever he's not here, they miss him.
This particular day now, I think it's the following week after Martin Rickman helped me out with the O program and so forth. I saw a lady, just a random lady, I was begging and so forth. And the lady see me and she started to talk to me and ask me, why am I here and so forth. So I told her and I spoke with her and she take me into Mother's, she buy me a patty and a juice. And we were talking, just talking and talking, and then she asked me, do I want to come to stay with her? With a glad face, I accepted and said, yes, I would love to come home with you. When she took me in, it's like, I was very welcome because just looking, I had a bed to sleep in that used to be a cardboard. I had food to eat that used to be me begging on the street just to make ends meet, just to eat a little patty or something. I had dumpling, she gave me all type of food that I long to eat from a longer while.
You know the reason why I do it? God himself provide for me. That's me can feed myself, feed him, feed my 2 grandchildren then. Helping him is not a problem. Helping somebody when they are in need is the greatest thing for me.
I can put my life like the Titanic, if you ever seen that movie. It's like, when the ship was sinking, there's a lot of persons like, them don't know what to do. Some people just jump off in the water because them can't, but I was there and like, the ship has sink and it's like, I tell myself, say, you know what, I'm not going to make this ship sink with me now. So, I decided to just jump off. So when you jump off now, I decide to say, you know what, I nah give up, I nah just drown so, I nah just go down so. So I tell myself, say, you know what, I go swim. Till I see a light, and that light was Martin Rickman who shine a lot of other lights for me to a lot of different islands, a lot of different places.
Thanks for watching another edition of Jamaica Magazine. Do join us again tomorrow when we'll do this all over again. Send us your feedback on today's show to jamaicamagazine@jis.gov.jm. Also, follow us on our social media pages, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, there's Twitter. Download our app on your Apple and Android devices, and you can also visit our website, jis.gov.jm, for more information. On behalf of the entire production crew, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.